The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start the drive with White, and he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Keenan, left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. To throw on 3rd down, Keenan. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play there, second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Second down, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, it's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys at 9-2 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 22. 90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make the score 14-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Keenan looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 39 yards. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 21-0 our score after 1. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Keenan. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Keenan throwing the out route incomplete. It's Morgan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He'll get this one complete to Darden. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Let's go now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more ahead. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. To throw is Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Garibay on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keenan. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Keenan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To throw on second down, Keenan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Happy Ranger, 19 Wyatt, Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer.
From the gun on third down. Keenan, open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Luka 19 tight, alert.
On first down, Keenan looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 4 yards remain for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To about the 48-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Looking to throw on second down. Keenan. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
On third down, Keenan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Garibay on to attempt the point after. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Operating from the gun, Keenan, and that'll be caught by Darden. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us, 2nd and 10. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Keenan. And now here's another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Throwing on 1st down. Keenan into the hands of Darden. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw on second down. Keenan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. Operating from the gun. Keenan throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break.
On the jump. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
65 Jets, 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On first and 10, Keenan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here's Pollard again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down, it's Pollard. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their head on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Panther 11, Panther 11, 18, Pioneer.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
60, 7 Pirates, 7, come back team.
Off the play fake. Keenan. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Warriors 17. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They go back to Pollard on second down. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Going with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Well, Prescott here to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Logan Hall able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points.